You can lower that.
So if you take a look at the immovable elbow theory, okay, so this is low gate, this is high gate. So it's right mid. If it's here, by low gauge. So if you decide that you're going to go hook, if you're going to come lower than the stomach, it's a very small movement is where I go. Here, there's a large movement, but here it's the same distance. I feel better with me. He was always trying to correct me. It's like I'm a box. So my hands are a little bit higher with my hands in a little bit further. And that's because as I tie you up, I'm going to revert towards box and go back to the chest. So my hands go a little higher. Because I take into consideration, this guy is going to open me up. And as I go into that, when I'm starting to take on punches, I revert back to covering like boxing. Once I get the person back, I then convert back into Wing Chun. So this is a Wing Chun stance. It's just happens to do it.
Say Liang Shun?
Lung Shun, that's the system. You're doing Lung Shun Orthodox. And from many
That was his man's first student?
Yes. He was a dragon practitioner. And in Fasan, when Yitming went from Fasan to Hong Kong, he was watching like one of he was working with students, 6 to 8 students, and he was watching and he was like ridiculing. He went lunch and said, "Yeah, that's really open." And it's like, and he kind of put Lung Shun off. And he goes, "Well, come down, show me what you mean." Really, just playing the clock. He's like, "Well, what is that?" One of the people that brought it from Fasan to Hong Kong, and Lung Shun said,
And do you have any guesses as to how was Shaolin the original?
The Shaolin predates Yitman's.
How did Yitman's, do you know how it got there?
Well, there's only, well, and it landed in Fasan. So Hanam actually predates Yitman's.
Yeah.
If you look at Yitman's first dummy, it was a China dummy. It was the one where it sits 3 feet down into the ground. It's a dead dummy. When they started looking at it, wanting to get more play, because if they hit it, sometimes the dummy would just be tilted.
Okay.
They put it until they got some springiness by 2 boards.
Okay. But any idea how it came?
Yeah, how is it that there are so many systems of Wing Chun? And I'll explain.
Well, I only consider there are 3.
Well, but there's Vietnamese Wing Chun too.
Okay.
There's a lot of different systems. So if I have 6 people, and then remember they had no pictures, photographs, or videos. So I teach 6 people a system, and I line them up, and they do it all the same way. And then they go out and they teach, and they have students. And you come back 20, 25 years later, and you have their students line up, they'll all do something different. Because of the interpretation, what works, what doesn't work, even to a point where somebody may omit something. Like when you watch Yitman, when he's a dying man, when you got him on 8mm. If you take Lung Ting's system, and I've done this with other Wing Chun people, even Benny Ming down in Troy. And Benny Ming is well known. He has the Wing Chun Museum in Troy, Ohio. He brought his students up for somebody to meet Eddie, and he wouldn't touch hands with me. And I understand that he didn't want to make it look like he's watching what we're doing, pops up, and what the fuck is that? That was Lung Shun's application, because the pops on drill is actually a dragon.
Okay.
And so he's like, what the hell is that? To the pops on drill. And so I took some of the students and just showed them 1 through 6. So they had something to do. He goes, wow, this is invaluable. He really liked it. And I asked him, would you like to roll hands? He goes, no. He didn't want to roll hands with me. And then
I don't want to roll hands with you.
He won't roll hands with me. But which is not strange, when there's a break, Eddie and him went to the back, and Eddie was showing some things, but they won't roll it. They won't roll it. I mean, he was showing some things, they were showing some more stuff. But when Eddie taught me the pots up here, this is all he did. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. when he saw me do this, he's like, what the hell's that? Because we just added another plate. Everything's here. We brought it up and we went fighting. I don't know about that. But then before he left, he was people on video too. Same thing with the dummy. He saw this dummy. He goes, I don't know if this is good. So he ended up buying 3 of those from that guy. He was just making them, just spitting them out. He was happy. He was only charging like 200, 300 bucks.
Oh my gosh.
And the one that was green, like green grass, that was beautiful. The green one. I had a brown one, but the black one I fell in love with it. Decided I'll keep this one. It's the only thing I have from the school. And the concept. I mean, I came up with the base concept, and I just told him he put a lot of love into this. Made it real nice. When I first got this, it looked like a baby grand piano. I mean, it was shiny. It was really. I mean, if I waxed it and cleaned it, but this thing's taken a lot of beating.
Well, what is it? A sword should never collect dust, and your dummy should take a beating.
Oh yeah. And I mean, the first thing he said, I want you to hit it with everything and see if you can break it. I couldn't. No, the marks, the craftsmanship is just unbelievable. All right, that was good. That was